Solomon Kalas. Full name, date of birth, please.
William Peacock.
All right, you were arrested yesterday, charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. That's not correct. You can request at any subsequent court proceeding to have an attorney appointed. I am releasing you on your own recognizance to appear at Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 29th at 8:30. Your order's right over there.
I'm being released?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Solomon Moreno Calas, and then it will be Alicia Olveras. Full name, date of birth.
Full name is Solomon Moreno Collas.
Right, you, sir, apparently have had an order of protection issued against you, and it has been served, and you violated. They allege that you violated it yesterday, and that's what caused your arrest. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. There is a court date in East Mesa Justice Court I'm going to give you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and obeying the order of protection that you've been served with, okay?
Okay, sir. Your Honor, where this happened was in a different location from where I can go and pick up my truck. Where this happened is the location there, but my truck was left in a different location. Can I still go pick up my truck at a different address?
Well, it's not an address that you're prohibited from going to, is it?
No.
Well, go get your truck then.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't. How could that be in violation of the order of protection if you just went to an address that you're not prohibited from going to pick up your truck?
Okay.
All right. Anyway, but if you do violate the order of protection, you get arrested again for violating the order of protection. They're probably going to set a bond before you're released, so be careful. Don't do it. There you go.
I won't, Your Honor.
Next court date, East Mesa Justice Court, July 31st at 9 a.m., and all that's printed on your release order.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, Alicia Oliveras and then Christopher Alvarez. Full name, date of birth? Full name?
Alicia Cristina Olivares.
All right, ma'am. It's alleged that, let me see, this is a grand jury arrest warrant. It's alleged on September 4th of 2022, you committed the following offenses. 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly or dangerous instrument, Class 3 felonies, disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. The grand jury, the warrant was issued on April 5th of last year with a $5,000 cash-only bond. I saw that you're gainfully employed and you've had no other criminal activity apparently, and I'm going to release you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 19th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of this alleged offense or initiating contact with the victims, and I don't know if this is a family matter or not, but I also obeying the terms of an order of protection if it's issued and you're served with it. Do you understand?
I do not understand on it. I do not.
What don't you understand?
Well, I'm here now.
No, I don't want to talk about the offense has been charged, and I don't know the facts because it's not a new charge. A grand jury heard testimony from witnesses upon which they returned a true bill, and a grand jury arrest warrant was issued in September of 2022. I don't know the facts of this case, but in every case where violent activity was part of the offense that's charged, the condition is not having contact with the alleged victims or going back where it was alleged to have occurred, okay? That's, now what don't you understand about that?
Everything, because that's false. I didn't go back.
Okay, well then then that's not a problem for you, is it? Okay, so your next court date will be, July 19th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. On your release order is a phone number for pretrial services, within, say, 2 or 3 days of your release. Call that number and they expect you to touch base with them, okay?
Yes.
And then you just show up, and if you don't have, I don't know what else to tell you.
Me neither, because they told me that the
confused?
charges were dropped. I went to the bondsman after I was released from the jail with the ankle monitor.
Yeah.
And I went there, and they said that all my charges were dropped. They took off my ankle monitor. A few days later, I received a text message from the court saying, do not show up to the court date. And there was I actually have all my paperwork.
Except that they decided, for whatever reason,
Yes.
and they occasionally,
And I wasn't informed. I don't know how I wasn't informed.
This occasionally happens, to not go ahead with the, proceed with the criminal,
Yes.
prosecution.
And what I don't
And it's not
understand.
unusual, and
Yeah.
they frequently, when they come back, they do it with a grand jury arrest warrant.
And
So
they're
then-
trying to get me for domestic violence and stuff. Why wasn't the other person arrested with me?
Listen, I know nothing about your case except that there's an arrest
nobody
warrant.
knows anything,
There's
and nobody cannot
already
help
been-
me.
There's already been, by
I tried
a grand
reaching out to
jury
the
or
court.
a
I reached
judicial-
out to the. Sorry, go ahead.
that has evaluated the case, that heard the testimony, and determines that there's at least probable cause that you should be charged with these offenses. I know nothing about the facts of the case, and there's no sense in trying to discuss it with me or whatever confusion.
Yeah, I can't discuss it with anybody because nobody cannot help me.
All right, well, I don't know what else to tell you.
And that's what I say too.
All right. Anyway, make sure you show up on the court date, and if you can't hire an attorney, tell them then that you need appointment of counsel, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, there you go. Christopher Alvarez, and then it'll be Alexander Poland. What did they put in the water here today? What do you think? What did they put in the water that's causing all this? Okay. Full name, date of birth. Full name, date of birth.
Sorry, Christopher Eric Alvarez, 5.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday and charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and misdemeanor assault. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I am going to release you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on July 29th at 8:30. You're not to return to the scene of the offense or have contact with the witnesses or victims. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. Make sure you show up, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, I said a supervised release, so on your release order, pretrial services phone number is printed on it. Within a few days, call them, say Monday or Tuesday, and they expect you to touch base with them, okay?
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Where was I? What was, hey, Alexander Poland, and then it'll be Roy McKissick. Full name, date of birth?
Alexander Poland,
All right, Mr. Poland, yesterday you were charged with excessive speeding, going at least 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. That is a misdemeanor. Of course, the police report says that you were going, I guess, in excess of 100 miles an hour. I am going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Moon Valley Justice Court August 2nd at 10 a.m., okay? Everything you need to know is in the order we're going to give you, right over there.
Okay, thank you, Your
Make
Honor.
sure you show up. Roy McKissick, and then it'll be Annabelle Gonzalez.
He's blowing his nose, hold on a minute.
What's that?
Wait, get the hell up,
Oh. Full name, date of birth, Mr. McKissick.
Roy McKinney.
All right, you were arrested, yesterday, charged with criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony in this case. The the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 29th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, and I don't know anything about the circumstances that led to this, but if there is an order of protection issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms, okay?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
There you go.
Annabelle Gonzalez, and then it'll be Matthew Dominguez.
That's the court paperwork.
Mr. Gonzalez. Full name, date of birth, please.
Gonzalez,
All right, ma'am, you were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. You know, you're eligible for Southwest Behavior. They will pick you up if you don't have a place to live. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay, would you like them to do that? Well, the sheriff needs to know, if that's what you'd like to do. I'm gonna release you on supervised release, but, if you want to avail yourself of the, whatever Southwest Behavior, provides, they will pick you up from here within 24 hours. Do you want to do that or not? You don't. All right, well, it's up to you. Anyway, I'm gonna release you on, supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 29th at 8:30. On your release order will be the phone number for pretrial services. Call them within 2 or 3 days of your release and touch base with them, all right?
Okay, thank you.
There you go. Matthew Dominguez. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Dominguez.
He doing it?
Full name, date of birth? All right, you, sir, were arrested, earlier today, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, July 29th at 8:30. The phone number for pretrial services is on the order. Call them within 2 or 3 days of your release, like starting Monday or there 2 or 3 days after that, and touch base with them, okay? They expect you to give them a call. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. There yours over there. We're in.